today we're going to be looking at the Muzzy LV-X. So this is a new lever bow manufactured by Ferrodyne. So Ferrodyne's a company where you'd obviously would have heard of Carbon Express. They're the company that kind of deals with those bigger brands. So the LV-X is actually powered by Oneida, or Oneida, however you pronounce it. In the past, they're a very expensive bow. So in Australia, they'd retail for around the $1,500 to $2,000 mark. This one's around $1,000 Australian, and it's camless, so it doesn't actually have any cams based in a limb, so it's a lot simpler to adjust and a lot less moving parts, a lot less things to go wrong. So when we look at this one here, basically it comes in two different options. You've got a short draw, a long draw, and no let off. So your short draw length will give you, basically you've got 25 to 29 inch across the whole bow. So your short draw is 25 to 27.5. Your long draw is 27.5 to 29 inches. And it'll go up to 50 pounds as well. So this is made primarily for bow fishing. It comes bare bow, so without any sight or arrow rest. And it's designed to be a short, kind of maneuverable finger bow. At the moment, so we've backed a few turns off of this, so I'll just scale it to see what draw weight we're sitting at. It is at 41 at the moment in peak weight. And what happens is when you actually draw back on this bow, there's a little stop in here and down here that actually stops against the limb, which is what creates your limb stop at full draw. And you can micro adjust those by moving the screw in and out, but we'll go into that later of how to adjust those. So what we're going to do is put a few arrows through the chronograph and just see what kind of speeds we're getting out of this at 40 pounds. I'm shooting an Eastern axis arrow with a 125 grain point, so fairly, not a light carbon arrow, but fairly standard. We'll see what kind of speeds we'll get. Alright, so that's coming in around the 160, 170 mark. So we've had 162 for the first one. Second one was 155, which is probably me not anchoring correctly. Yeah, and 161, so it's probably around 162 feet per second at 40 pounds. So once you get up all the way to 50 with a light arrow, you might be able to push 180, 185, which is pretty good for a bow this short. I mean, it's designed to be maneuverable, easy to use, without having to worry about release aids, very easy to tune. Again, to adjust these, it's a very, very simple process. You don't need a bow press, and to adjust the weight, it's exactly the same as tuning a recurve draw weight as well. So this is the Muzzy LV-X, and now we'll talk about the tuning involved. So to adjust the draw length on the bow is fairly straightforward. Basically, you just need a normal Allen wrench to go into these limb bolts here. You want to back these out enough that you can't actually see the thread in this little hole in here. So you can see how there's kind of a little bit of thread sticking through. You want to back it out enough that this actual main shoestring here goes slack. But just keep an eye when you're actually moving that thread out that you don't go too far. So you still want to make sure there's a little bit biting through that hole. What that will enable you to do then is actually change the length from short, long, or to no let off. So you just unscrew this screw here and you can move it from long to short or to no let off. You do the same on the back side of the bow, and then on the top of the bow and the back side there as well. You can then fine tune your draw length by changing this little stop here, and that will actually contact the limb once you're at full draw to act kind of like a limb stop.